everyone, my name is Radio, and we are here at Riink in Shanghai, China, and I'm joined by the amazing, incredible band Stevans. Hello, boys. How are you doing today?
Hello, sir. What's up, Jan? How do you say hello?
Ni hao.
That's good. So this is not your first time in China. Y'all been here a couple times before, correct?
Yes, it's the fifth time.
Fifth time?
Yeah.
Okay, so you gotta start speaking a little bit more Chinese, right?
一二三四，我很高兴来到中国。
You guys just played over in Suzhou. You know, we caught your show over in Suzhou for the Montreux Jazz Festival.
Montreux. Yeah, Montreux Jazz Festival. Did you finish the question?
No, go ahead. Yeah, I just wanted you to talk about it a little bit. Talk about your performance.
It was really great. It was the second time that we played here. Mm-hmm. Well, I remember last year I don't remember exactly where it was, but in the area of Suzhou as well.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was kind of like out in like a park area.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. And we have great feeling with Joyce, the boss of Montreux Jazz Festival. And so it was the second time we played there on the 25th on the Lakeside stage, and then the 26th was in the Dadao Theater. It's a great way to kick off the tour, you know. Yeah. So now here we are in Shanghai, and for the rest of the show of the tour.
Yeah, and actually you're gonna be playing tonight at All Club, correct?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
It's an electro club, so we're going to do like more of a DJ set style. Jan is going to show us his DJ skills.
So why don't we start off in the beginning? Like, so when did you guys like kind of meet and start playing together? What was the situation between like deciding to start collaborating together?
Yeah, so I can started the band with two other dudes. We were like more of a indie rock, British pop style music, mm-hmm. You know, Stereophonics, Coldplay-ish and stuff. And then the two guys were a bit older. Sorry, they had kids, mm-hmm. Okay, and they stopped the music, and so Jan was the first guy to join the band after they left. And what happened next, Jan?
I stayed in the band. No, but we did 2 new albums and touring the world with that dude and enjoying music, life, and friendship and drinks and food.
No, we're just
colleagues.
So
so it's been like a long ride already, like 10 years, 10 years together, and still enjoying it. And you know, we're here in China and
traveling all over the world too, yeah.
So how cool is that to travel with music, doing some music, doing what we love, mm-hmm. meeting some new people, some new fans, and it's awesome.
Meeting Dustin from Stranger Things, man. Who would have thought?
Yeah,
big fans, and now here you are interviewing us.
So I kind of want to ask you, you know, in before you guys have said that you're kind of influenced by like bands like Metallica and Guns N' Roses and things like that. So how has you know, coming from a indie rock band, kind of becoming this kind of electro-pop, you know, kind of scene, when did it start changing for you guys as far as what kind of music you want to make?
Yeah, it's really all these bands, Guns N' Roses and Metallica, I know they all gave me the desire, you know, to learn the guitar. I guess it's the same for you. And then Oasis came, and I wanted to sing, you know, like mm-hmm. Oasis, and then Coldplay and Muse came, so I went back to the piano stuff and everything. And then we did these first 2 albums with the other dudes, you know, who are now fathers.
Yeah.
And we just noticed that we had 2 or 3 kind of groovy songs, you know, a bit disco-ish, mm-hmm. songs with some electro sound behind. And it was always the time finally that we were waiting for at the concert, because we saw that people were dancing, you know. Mm-hmm. So we thought, why not do more of this kind of songs?
Lean into it.
You know,
yeah.
It doesn't mean that we just put aside all the emotional songs or a bit the more melancholic songs, you know. But we thought, okay, we want to have more of these songs, you know, to make people groove.
Yeah.
And eventually, for the last 10 years, it became a bit our brand, if we could say. There's like the energy when we are sharing with the audience.
So tell us about the name, Stevans. Where did it come from?
So we used to live in ex-Yugoslavia, Eastern country, and so we were born while my parents were, my brother and me, we were born while my parents were working there. So they gave us a Slavic name, and my brother, so is Nicolas Arnaud, and Stefan, that's his Slavic name. And I always loved the sound, and since I was doing some like more British sound, I just added an S to make it sound a bit.
So actually, you should say it's Stevans.
Exactly.
Oh, it's not Stevens.
Yeah,
that's kind of the American way
if
to
I
say it.
could just rewind, maybe I would have chosen another name, because every time people say, "Hey, Stevens," but finally the real way to pronounce it is Stevans,
Stevans.
If you don't say the Stevens, like they say in French on the radio, okay, on accueille the Stevens, nope.
Wrong again. Yeah, well, you could add like one of like a little tilde or something, little accent mark at the top, maybe it would reinforce.
Should we hire him?
Reinforce the name. Hey, I'm available. Let's do it.
Okay, let's start the rebranding.
TMS, I'm out. I'm going with Stevans. I want to talk a little bit about how you guys kind of flow when you're doing your music. You call it like the yogurt flow, right? Is that correct?
We often write on tour.
No, yes, but Yvan always has an idea of melodies, and normally he does some yogurt on the.
You say that also in English?
No.
Sing yogurt.
Well, can you explain it?
Because we don't have the lyrics yet, so.
So you improv?
Yeah, if we do, how can I feel happy? So
you know what? Because I know this, but I've never had a real word for it. I always say, I just like improv, so
scat. It's like
yogurt.
So normally you always have few words coming out at the right moment, and often we keep those keywords on the yogurt part, but of course after we have to rewrite the lyrics.
Rewrite around it,
and often some words are staying of the first version.
It's like there's a song on the album Renaissance that is called Fred Astaire, and it began like this. I was just jamming and Fred Astaire, and then the whole rest of the lyrics became just a theme around Fred Astaire. There's a whole verse that we actually just took names of Fred Astaire movies and tried to make a whole verse with it, like to make sense,
Yeah. That's a little deep cut.
Yeah. And it's always like this. I find some ideas, then Yann has the fresh ear, and he tells me, I think this is really cool, or hey, why don't you try singing a bit like this? So he challenges me, and so we exchange like this, and eventually what we did for the upcoming EP that we're going to release with our drummer Jay, who's not with us now, but he's with us on tours. He produces it, so he's our live music producer, and also for the new record. And so then there's a third step where he comes with his fresh ear and say, okay, this is good, guys, I'm gonna keep this and this, and I suggest maybe to use this kind of sound.
Let's rework it a little bit, kind of maybe change up the beats or change up
yeah. So it's really it's a teamwork.
Yeah, for sure. That's great. How did you meet Jay? I know you guys. How you guys met? Has Jay been a part of the band from the beginning?
Jay is here since 2 years, and
a couple years.
Yeah, it's like a friend of a friend who said, I know that drummer is a producer also. He could possibly work with you and be useful to what we want. So
it's exactly we did. About 2 years, because we were going a lot abroad, in South America, and also we thought maybe we should find a solution to travel lighter.
Yeah.
So we create this kind of electro duet setup, where we still play keyboards, the bass and all, but the rest of it was from the computer, Ableton. And then after 2 years, we thought, okay, it was really nice, but we miss a percussion, the drums, the groove behind it. And so we met this guy Jay,
who probably he's a session player. Or is that-
He's a bit of everything actually.
Okay,
He's a
okay.
session player. He's a live
And you said
player.
he's a producer.
And so he kind of reviewed. I don't know if you could reworked some of the songs of Stevans' songs. To make it a bit more accurate, in the whole show. And so that's why now we're a trio. But it's still very electro rock band because there's some sequences and Yann plays the guitar, plays the bass, the keyboard. So yeah, it's still very lively.
You guys sing, obviously a lot of your songs are in in English, and do you ever have the desire to kind of do a mix of languages whenever you're writing music?
It's not a particular choice. It's because I was living abroad until the age of 17, as I told you, with my parents. So the only music that we could hear there was whether the local music or international, American and British hits, So I was just raised with the English, but I love singing in French as well. It's a bit more challenging because people understand what you mean. No, but it's less of a reflex. I don't know how you say that, but we did also a few versions of our songs in French, also for the French radio and all. But I was saying to Yann not so long ago that we really want to record a song starting from the French, and not just do a French version from the English version.
Yeah, okay, and not just directly translate and then rewrite the same song. Yeah, I mean, that's really cool. As far as your guitar playing is concerned, normally when y'all are doing writing songs together, you say it's kind of a free flow. Does it usually start off with a keyboard section and a melody, or do you also help, start off the
Normally,
process?
he's the one who's having the first idea, and often it's piano or sometimes guitar, but often piano because Yvan is a piano player for us the first part, and often I add some guitar parts, trying to not do the same chords as is the song. If it's a A minor, B, C, I'm going to try some other things, opening up the choruses or trying different harmonies, melodies to add up something. So of course my work is not to recreate what he did because it's already there. Yeah. And it's not interesting. I'm trying to add emphasis with my style, but it creates the sound.
Actually, for every album, you should just make him write 3 songs. You do it, you start it, and we'll go around it. So Win, it's your time.
Oh, I love Win's hair. My God.
What are the foods you guys tried? I feel like you guys tried a lot of cuisines.
Yes, we did.
Actually, this time we're there only for 3 days, but we experienced something.
We're only there for 3 days.
Last year we experienced last night a great dinner. It's maybe the first time we had such a gourmet Chinese food. We were invited by someone, and we ate at the Shanghai Tower at that restaurant on the 121st floor. No,
J Hotels.
No. It's at the J Hotel. It's called the Yin Yang Hotel. It's fabulous food, really gourmet food, and it was incredible to taste such a great food. So
it's like Chinese food served in the French style, right?
It's really like this, like little pieces, like nouvelle cuisine. But we love, of course, the rest of the time we go and have the street food.
If you guys actually eat street food, would you guys feel comfortable with your stomach? Because I heard a lot of people when they just came here, they would be the food here is too oily or this and that.
Some accidents can come,
but not on stage.
But luckily we were.
We have brown peel. I'm sorry, but we have the right medicine from Switzerland. I've got almost like a little luggage in a luggage full of Swiss medicine for Swiss stomachs. Yeah. But it's okay, you have a little bit of an alert every time we come here, but it doesn't last long, and then after you can go back. But I envy the people who just do not have any any issues. Yeah.
Is there any other Chinese you guys learned, or any fans like yelling at you like "I love you" something like that?
Yeah.
Aini man. Yeah. 我是瑞士，我很高兴认识你。I'm pleased to meet you.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, Arson. 我操牛逼!
Yeah.
Newbie is the common thing that people will yell out in a concert. They're like newbie. You know what it means?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's something with a cow.
Okay.
你很漂亮.
Oh, thank you.
漂亮 or 漂亮.
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 Yeah.
漂亮.
Yes.
Right. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
it was right.
你们很帅.
I mean it.
Thank you.
很帅.
Yeah, like handsome. Yeah. It actually also have a meaning back in old times. There's general. They will also call general like 帅. Yeah, so it's kind of like if people are real. I would say a little bit manly. Right. Yeah, like picture, not just like good looking. It's kind of like different.
Ah ouais, d'accord. Okay.
Yeah. What's the strangest, most unique food you guys tried before since you
Unique
toured all
food.
over the China?
Last year, our booker invited us in Beijing in a traditional Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes, and we had.
He's like last year.
And we had.
I know. I was with you.
He needs your approval. He's looking at you to be like,
I'm too shy to look at her. I'm like, and and we had some like a lot of strange things.
Hey, what a transition.
Yes. What did we eat?
We had the pork ear gelato. Not gelato.
Gelato?
Beef stomach.
Beef stomach.
Yeah.
Beef stomach.
Yeah.
The egg.
The old egg.
Old egg.
1,000-year-old egg.
Yes.
Oh.
And that soup. That was very bad for us. The soup of Beijing. It's only the Beijing people who like it. It's like a green soup.
豆汁儿. Right.
Yes.
It's kind of like a little bit smelly.
Yes. Doja. It was terrible.
Beijing people.
Yes.
Yeah, Doja. Yeah, it was green, a bit green, white green.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you guys would like to try some stinky tofu or durian or something.
Stinky tofu is good. You can try it. It's great.
If you like spicy, like if you put some spicy in it, it would make it extra good. Yeah.
But what was cool with food last year also when we toured with Sang Qiang, the disco queen, Chinese disco queen, she invited us in some cool restaurants after the shows, and we always had hot pot, but the hot pots were different in every city. Like in Riink, it was lemongrass, I guess.
Sourish.
In
Kunming, it was with mushrooms.
Kunming, it was with mushroom. Beijing, it was the Beijing hot pot. So I didn't know that the hot pot was there was different style of hot pot. I thought it was a hot pot and just the same style. So that was really something special and cool.
Thank you. Hot pot is one of my favorite food. I feel like it's worth to try different flavor, right? And even different style, they will have different sauce in it. It's really
and we love also, after some of the shows, we were not with our booker, and so we just in Guangzhou. You remember we were going in little restaurants where we are the only Europeans there, so we have to Google translate everything and all, and then we have the grill brochette, mixed grill. Fantastic, and it's very nice when we have this moment because eventually you meet Chinese people, when they have a few pijiu, few drink, and they come to offer cigarettes, which is a sign of, hey,
how are you?
How are you? Let's open a discussion. And a guy was telling us that in China we have this sentence that said that if you meet someone that comes from very far, it's also something of good fortune and everything. Very moving thing. And this is one of the things that we love about China is that every time we come and travel here, we feel so a bit in another planet. To be honest, and that's a great feeling. because when we're back home, you know, everybody looks like us and everything. But here, apart from Shanghai a little bit and Beijing, the rest of the cities where we go, we are really the only Europeans, you know. And this is cool because it's really exotic, you know. So it's a bit more difficult, you know, to communicate. But eventually, we always manage, you know, to communicate.
I'm sorry, like in the age of whoa.
We knew it. There was something going on with your eyes.
In this like new era where like it's the media is like digital and everything is, do you have any suggestions for musicians out there?
I don't know if I understood the question, but I guess we have to be complete, and you can't do only music or be a musician or I'm a guitar player. We can't only do our instrument, but we've got to learn how to promote ourselves. We've got to learn the tricks on the social medias, how to promote ourselves, and yeah, you've got to be like a 360. You've got to have a 360 view on all the business, you know, and it's sometimes tiring because you do more of business and social medias and internet and posting and taking pictures, editing videos. So it's hard sometimes. You get a bit lost, I guess, on the creative process. But we have to do it.
And we have to now, of course, the album format. Unless you're like very famous person, is a bit out of. Age, I don't know how to say outdated, out of age. So produce more songs more regularly and try some stuff and not try to do what some other people do because they will always do it better than what you do, and just stay authentic with what you can do. I mean, it sounds a little bit cheesy, but it's true. The few moments where we try to maybe sound like this band or something like this, it never worked, you know. So eventually we always came back to, okay, let's do what we feel doing, and be proud of what we do when we listen to it, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
so much
much
for visiting with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you.